Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Vaipo. I'm back with another game of League of Legends. This is another ranked game as usual, and let's jump straight into it. So on the blue team we have Shen on top versus Riven on the purple team. We have Lee Sin versus Amumu in the jungle. We have Tristana and Janna at bottom versus Taric and Ezreal, and in the middle of course we have Karthus and Lux. Now looking at the mid now, both mid laners are very squishy. Everyone knows this. Both Lux and Karthus are very easy to kill, although Lux does have her shield as well as her binding, which means she can avoid ganks sometimes, especially versus melee junglers such as Lee Sin over here. Actually, Lee Sin is looking to be coming up on top. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be a very good idea because he is pretty low on health. He could end up getting pretty greedy and diving her under the turret, but she did just that, which means they are going to be doing quite a bit of damage here. They might actually pick her off here. Shen is going to dive, and Shen does pick up first blood. Now, what does this mean for Riven? This means that Riven is behind. Riven always wants to be ahead. Riven is one of those champions who, once she gets ahead, she will not give up that lead. She has a very good early game, she has a very good late game, but she got caught at a very bad moment. Very well played by Lee Sin here. And what she did basically, she jumped into Shen right here at the worst timing possible, and that cost her a death basically. Of course she didn't have a ward either, because top laners generally don't get an early ward, so definitely a bit of a, you know, a hiccup for Riven. I mean, of course it's not entirely her fault for getting ganked at the worst time, but she should have been aware that Lee Sin would probably visit top very soon. So blue team starting with that first blood. Actually Taric coming in here and Lee Sin jumping straight onto him. They're not aware of Amumu's position here. This is going to be a very dangerous engage for them. They might pick off Taric unless he... Nope, he did get picked off by Tristana just before he flashed over, and it does look like Tristana might just pick off, well, she might at least pick off Amumu or something, even though Janna does go down here, but it does look like Amumu would probably go down, if anything. Wow, Tristana does go down as well. Oh, Shen jumping in with that Stand United just in the last second. Very good timing. Pretty lucky there, and actually a double kill here. Not a double kill for Karthus, but he did get an assist on that. Very well timed for the ult. Both top and middle saving the bottom's ass. Like, that was very well played. And wow, was that luck or what? She got very lucky with that ult, I believe. She might actually even get double kill here. Yeah, she is. So Lux actually carrying this game pretty good, pretty well back from a complete loss. That did look good for the blue team in the start, but Lux came back, of course. She does have a needlessly large rod already. That's pretty good. She must be really far ahead on minions. I'm not quite sure why I don't have this up, but it should be up. 44 minions to 54. Actually, Karthus is slightly ahead on minions, but of course she does have those 2 kills now. I do believe she's probably still going to be slightly behind on gold. Actually, no, they're exactly even. She's like, you know, 10 gold ahead. That's not really a big difference. But let's quickly look at Tristana and Ezreal. Tristana on 111 with almost 2000 gold. Ezreal on 1.8 with 011. So that's 1 kill for Tristana, of course, giving her that extra bit of gold. About 200 gold lead there. Probably a bit less actually, about 150. So we're gonna end up having more of a passive play now as everything, you know, kind of subsides. You know, there was a bit of action down here, and now everyone is saving their cooldowns, all this kind of stuff. Tristana is going to have her ult very soon, so we might have a bit of aggression coming in here very shortly. Of course, Ezreal does have a very dangerous ult as well, and Taric's ult is pretty strong, or pretty useful rather. So we're going to see quite a lot of aggression coming out of both teams, just as both of them are going to hit level 6. It does look like Ezreal is probably going to hit level 6. Oh no, wait, Tristana caught up. She was like 10% behind him. Amumu coming in here, he does get spotted. Or does he? No, that's a purple ward. They don't see this. Unless there's a ward in need. Actually, we do have... where did Shen get killed? Oh, Shen got killed. I actually honestly don't know where Shen died. Oh, he died right here. My bad. I didn't see him. So Riven taking on Shen, of course. Riven did get that early death and losing first blood, of course, but she is probably a better 1v1 champion, which means that she did pick off that Shen. Maybe minions had a big part in it, but we'll see what happens now. Ooh, Mumu just about missing that bandage toss, and we're gonna have quite a lot of damage incoming. Blue team is going to be jumping onto Tarek. Not sure if that's a very good idea right now. They might lose him at the cost of 2 other champions. Lee Sin does go down. Yeah, here we go. Tristana is down as well, and all that just for his support. I'm not quite sure if that was a very good idea, but Kartus does do quite a lot of damage here, taking out the Lux, and I do believe that if Ezreal's not careful, he might get killed here as well, especially if Kartus has enough mana to ult. He has 10 seconds on his ult cooldown, which either ways I do believe he's going to take out this Ezreal. Ezreal has no way to escape this, especially the fact that he's getting right back into him. Wow, Ezreal, or Kartus did not quite see him. He does have his ult ready, so if he sees how much health Ezreal has right now, he will probably ult just to get that kill, or try get that kill. Actually, Amumu picking off Janna here in the jungle, and it does look like Amumu's going to take a bit of damage. Not quite sure if it's going to be enough to get him killed by Kartus' ult, but yeah, he is just about alive. Ezreal actually coming to intercept this Kartus. Not sure if he's aware of Shen's position. Actually, he is going to be now, and he's going to probably back off. He wouldn't want to be getting too close to them. And whoa, Lux ult coming off here. Shen about to die actually. Yeah, Momo picks him up, and very, very bad here for them. Okay, blue team is in trouble right now. They had such a great start, but then all of a sudden everything started turning around. Ezreal on 2-1-2. He has caught up and gone further ahead of Tristana, and Lux in the middle doing very, very well at 3-1-3. So back to mid now, or bottom I mean. It does look like they're going to do a lot of damage onto Ezreal, and I do believe they're going to want to take him out if Tarek doesn't stay. Tarek does stun Lee Sin, so they are going to get away here. There's nothing the blue team can do at the moment, but Lee Sin might stay here, and or not, maybe. I was expecting him to stay in that bush to make it look like he went back, even though he didn't. And Janna might want to ward this bush here right now. She does have 3 wards, which means she has no problem with warding this. They also have Dragon warded, which I guess was just in case the purple team was going to try to get it. So a bit of damage going on to the bottom turret. Actually, Tristana farming. She doesn't want to damage that turret. She wants to keep farming for as long as possible, and that is a very, very good thing to do if you're winning your lane. Unfortunately, she's not quite winning it. She's a little bit ahead. Of course, she does have quite a lot more minions now, but she is doing a lot of damage to that turret, and it does look like it could possibly go down here before. No, she's gonna back off and let the turret live, maybe for a bit more farming. She is a bit ahead on creep kills, as well as the fact that she's probably had a goal 3.2 to 3.3, and only a little bit ahead. So we do have wards going down from everywhere. Blue team is gonna try gank here with Lee Sin's help, but it does look like they're gonna back off here. Probably spotted them, or that Lee Sin from somewhere over here. So yeah, definitely gonna stay safe. And we do have Shen coming down here. I'm not quite sure why Shen is coming down here right now. Maybe he's coming to hold the mid lane, or to push it perhaps, or maybe not waste his ult completely. But with the recent nerf to ultis, I still see them use it quite a lot. Wow, so much damage incoming here. Purple team getting a double kill from Amumu onto the blue team, and wow, there goes Ezreal right now. Boom, dead. And they might get 1 or 2 kills here if they're not careful. Amumu jumping, or not actually jumping onto Tristana, might have killed her, but I do believe he would have been taken out by the turret. Doing a bit of damage to Lee Sin here. Lee Sin getting very, very low, but Shen gonna have to back off here. I do believe he's gonna get picked off as well. Oh, that Lee Sin getting so lucky. She's not gonna have enough mana, and so still on cooldown. I did think that it was on like a 40-second cooldown before, and it got nerfed, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but they're gonna freely do a dragon here. Lee Sin obviously way too low to do anything, and you know, everyone else is back, or you know, not that really good. So yeah, that made no sense, sorry. I'm gonna quickly have a look at the AP ratios of Kartus, or not ratios, but rather AP values of Kartus. Ooh, no steal there on the dragon. And also does that now. So there is going to be a kill from Tristana. Tristana coming in, double kill. Wow, she's going to come in here, and she's probably going to take out Ezreal as well. Ezreal, no way to escape right now. He's being slowed by the red buff, as well as the fact that there is Tristana and Janna running after him, but I do believe that he's not going to escape. There's no way he's gonna escape here. Yeah, that dot is gonna kill him anyways. So blue team getting back into this right now with Tristana picking up 3 kills. That is very, very useful for her right now. She is 3 kills in front of Ezreal, which is gonna start showing now that she's gonna start probably getting her BF sword and going towards that Infinity Edge. So we're going to see a lot of aggression coming in from Tristana now. She's going to be very, very dangerous to deal with. Of course, Tristana later in the game does have the longest range from all AD carries, and this is purely because she is, of course, you know, the long bombardier, or whatever the word is, for you know, basically having a huge amount of range. After her, of course, Caitlyn coming. Caitlyn was for a long time considered probably the longest range, purely because towards the early game she has a longer range than Tristana, but Tristana's passive lets her have a longer range towards the late game. But a lot of the early game is what matters in League of Legends, so people considered Tristana not very useful, but I have been seeing her played quite a lot recently, and I'm not quite sure if there was a buff. I don't recall any buffs being done to Tristana's passives or anything like that, but I have seen her played quite a lot, and of course the fact that Tristana has always kind of been one of the favourites for AD carries. Actually, we do have a Moon coming in here. He has already bandaged us, so he doesn't have a stun, but it does look like they're going to be safe because Lee Sin, wow, that ult from Lux doing so much damage, 244 AP. She took almost half his health off, so ooh, look at that. Ezreal just about missing that ult onto Lee Sin, so definitely a very, very good engage here from the purple team. They didn't know this was going to happen, but it did pay off with Lux being so damn fed. She's on 425 with 106 million kills. She's miles ahead of well, not miles, but she's quite a big sum of gold ahead of Cartus. Let's quickly confirm that. 5.8 almost to 5.4, so that's about 400 gold, which is, I don't know, in League of Legends terms it's worth, I think, about 20 AP if I'm not mistaken. Even though she does have that Rabadon's death cap already, whereas Cartus does not. He went for a Rod of Ages, which is going to be a slower method of getting AP. It's also obviously going to give a lot less AP, but in return it's going to give a lot of defense, which of course is needed for Cartus, seeing as all he does usually is just jump in, turn on his Wall of Pain and ult. That's pretty much Cartus's job most of the time in the meta game currently. Not metagame, but rather he just gets focused too fast. So anyways, we do have a Mumu here sitting in the jungle, and I'm not quite sure. Ooh, Lee Sin coming in here might get a very good kill here if... Oh, Riven coming in here as well, and Lee Sin just about getting away. Does look like he's going to get taken out actually. Ooh, Shen coming in with that Stan United. Shen might get taken out instead. He does run away, can't quite get away to the turret, and it does look like, nope, Riven going to not let him go. And Riven is also going to get taken out. So this completely turned around actually. Oh, she did let... we did have a Shen picked off here, but Riven got picked off with 3 more assists, which is very, very good for the blue team. 3 assists, especially one for Tristana, which is obviously their most important damage dealer right now to feed. So definitely a very, very good engage from both teams there. I mean, they both kind of traded a tank for a brute. Well, it was both top laners really. They're both bruisers, even though Shen is kind of, you know, a heavy tank really. So a nice bit of feeding onto Tristana now. She's in 524 with 104 million kills compared to Ezreal at 232 with 92 million kills. So definitely quite a bit of gold ahead. And I'm not quite sure what's going to be going on right now in the next few minutes. We're going to see probably a lot of farming going on. You see Tristana is back here trying to push lane, as well as getting a few of those extra creep kills on top of Ezreal's farm. And this is going to start paying off in the mid to late game. Actually, this is almost the mid game now. I would consider about 20 to 25 minutes to be the mid game, and after about 30 minutes to be the full-on late game. Of course, since Riot made a lot of changes towards the game to increase the pace of the game, we have seen games shorten from an average of about 50 minutes to you know, no more than something like 40 minutes. Usually games don't go on beyond 40 minutes at this stage, and this is very common now because, you know, they did change those minions with the armor increase, and also the increase in, where are we? We don't have any of them at the moment, but the super minions, the ones that can tank turrets a bit better. yes, games have really been shortened at the moment, which I believe is both a positive and a negative experience. Of course, some champions do rely on the late game to get their full build out. For example, Gangplank, Jax. I'm not quite sure. Even Riven could have benefited from it, and a lot of AD carries, of course. But AD carries get fed and get to that stage anyways of having so many items. So it does look like Karthus might get taken out here, unless he doesn't get stunned by anything. He does get ulted and killed by everything, so it does look like he's going to get killed here no matter what. Everything thrown onto him, unfortunately, but excuse me. Ooh, Lux getting so close. I do believe she thought she was going to die here. That's why she went in to try to do a bit more damage, but she survived with, I didn't see exactly how much it was. I saw 17 health, but that was probably after 1 health regen tick, which means she probably survived with like 1 or 2 health. Purple team gonna go on to another dragon here, and Lee Sin did actually ward. It's gonna get taken out with a Mumu's Oracle, which means they're gonna be free to do a dragon here. Actually, blue team is gonna engage, but they only have 3 versus 4 right here. 3 versus 4, not the best of engage for them, but Riven is pretty low. Purple team did pick it up, and they're going to be doing quite a lot of damage, jumping straight onto Tristana, but Tristana pushing them away as well as jumping away herself. I do believe that it would be a smart idea for Purple team to back off right now. They do have a support, a tanky AD, which doesn't do damage at this stage, AD carry and a tank, which, you know, they could have taken them on probably if they had a very good engage, but it would still be risky because 2 of them were pretty low. So as I was saying earlier on about shorter games, it is a positive and a negative experience because, you know, such champions as Gangplank and Jax don't get to the late game very often now, and that means that they're a bit too useless. Like, people stopped playing Gangplank and Jax as much because, you know, they rely on either feeding or getting a very good farm towards the late game, and that unfortunately doesn't happen because games have been shortened so much. So that does mean that these champions kind of have been a bit redundant recently, because, you know, you just can't get their full potential by getting all those items. Lux actually gonna get spotted here no matter what she does, whether she uses skills through that bush or walks through it. She is gonna get spotted. There is a ward there, of course, but I don't think that the purple team is gonna be aware because the Mumu is all the way back here. But yeah, short games are very negative for champions such as Jax and Gangplank, but of course these champions were completely overpowered towards the late game. Like, for example, I've seen Tryndamere, Gangplank, Jax, all like two-shotting champions such as, you know, AD carries and supports. They just go in 1 crit, 2 crit and they're dead. So definitely a positive for the squishier champions because they can get their survival. Their survival doesn't become 100% useless at that stage. So those are pretty much the positive and negatives of this, and I do believe that it's for the best that that Riot have shortened the games. Of course, it is also much easier on my voice to cast games which are shorter, so and as well as upload, because of course most of you may be aware that my internet is very slow. So unless I'm in college, which currently I'm not, of course, being on summer holidays, I can't really upload many 1080p videos unless I want to be uploading for, you know, 24 hours straight, and of course that is very bad because that will demolish the speed of my internet for anything else, which means no online gaming. Browsing is very slow, no downloading because that will slow down the upload as well as the download. Tristana getting blown the hell up right here, and there's a shutdown on Tristana. Tristana did have, I believe, a three champion killing spree, so not that much gold, but it does look like all the ults coming on here. Shen coming in here with a good stand united and getting a lot of defense here. Actually, ooh, that Lee Sin getting very low. Riven coming in here getting 2 kills on both Shen, or Lee Sin and Janna. So we do have a fed Riven at this stage. She is at 730. She not the biggest of feeds, and she does have, of course, 3 deaths, but she is doing very well. They are going to try go for a Baron kill here. They should have probably, oh, they did ward here actually. I thought they weren't going to ward this place, which means they would have been very liable for a jump, or rather a gank. And there's only 2 of them here. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be the best of ideas to come in here with just Shen and Karthus. But 5 of them here, maybe they're just going to be able to do enough pressure to stop them, or maybe even kill it. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do, but it doesn't look like that the blue team is going to be able to do much damage here to prevent any of this. And Shen just suicided, so yeah, that's pretty much that. Karthus just about getting missed there by Lux's binding, and they're going to try to get away here now. They are going to be on a very, very defensive state right now. They are a little bit ahead, I do believe. Well, actually, sorry, no, my mistake, they're not ahead. I only saw one turret down, but then I noticed that the purple team has only lost one turret as well. So I'm not quite sure. There haven't been any, you know, turrets downed recently, and purple team is going to want to be aggressive now that they have the Baron buff. They don't want to be sitting in the base or, you know, just harassing a little bit every now and then. They want to do those pushes. They want to take down the mid turret. They want to take down the bottom turret, at least the middle turret. The middle turret is so low they could probably do it, you know, just dive the thing, and who gives a shit. Like, if you take some damage, just take the thing down, get that extra gold from everyone, for everyone rather. So Lux getting a bit aggressive here. I'm not quite sure if she wanted to lose that Banshee shield so early for no reason. I mean, she just walked into a wall of pain, and not a very good idea for her. So we're going to see a bit of pushing here. There's 3 of them here right now, with a 4th coming in right now. So going to be doing a lot of damage, taking out that turret very, very quickly, and they're going to be looking to be in a very, very good position right now. So Lee Sin actually right here in the jungle. I'm not quite sure. I do believe he was going to come in here and, you know, stand by the turret, be, you know, defensive and all, but wouldn't have been a very good idea, because he would have probably got picked off on the way to his own teammates. Top getting actually, or bottom getting pushed quite a bit here by the blue team. Of course, nobody here actually pushing it. There was Tristana killing a few minions, but the minions have stacked up, and they're getting a bit of a push with Ezreal coming in here now, getting a bit of farm. Very good for him. He does have a Bloodthirst already, so that's a very, very nice bit of AD, especially now that he's going to get it fully stacked, 40 AD extra on that Bloodthirster. And since the Bloodthirster nerf, it has been used quite a lot more, I have seen, since it doesn't lose all the stacks. It doesn't become 100% useless after death. So definitely a very good. Ooh, look at that. Wait, what? Oh, she was trying to steal perhaps, but yeah, she did see it as well. But she didn't get it, and gonna be a bit of damage coming out here. Ooh, Karthus getting jumped on in the very, very worst moment. He's gonna want to ult. He's not gonna be available for the next team fight, because he's gonna be dead for like 40 seconds now. 36, close enough. So purple team is gonna want to be doing a lot of pushing now. The blue team having no AP carry. They're gonna want to do as much damage as possible. Perhaps take out this turret or the top turret. Look at this. Top turret is going to get taken out here. They're not going to be able to do anything. It's only Shen here. Shen might get a taunt off, but they're both going to be able to get away. So there you go. They're just going to focus down that turret and perhaps do a bit of damage to Shen. I don't believe that they're going to be able to take out Shen, because Shen of course is a tank and he's going to just be able to run away. But they did lose the mid turret as well. The 3 of these guys here have been pushing the mid, and blue team is going to be looking at a very, very poor position right now. They're not going to want to engage too much until that Baron buff is out, and that Baron buff is about to run out in about 15 to 20 seconds, and that's when blue team is going to want to get lucky or get a very, very good engage onto the purple team and take them all out with the minimal loss of maybe 1 or 2 champions. Well, obviously ideally you want to lose none, but that very, very rarely happens to win a team fight like that, unless they completely engage you one versus 5 every time. So obviously that doesn't really happen, especially in ranked games, where people do at least try to play better. Even if you're stuck in yellow hell, people do generally try to avoid, you know, 1 versus 5 fights, of course. So Shen getting a bit greedy here, again going up on top, trying to push that turret. That turret is being so well defended, and purple team does lose a turret finally, and not quite sure how much that's going to help the blue team. Of course, it is going to give them all a little bit of gold, but you know, it might be a little bit too late. I'm not quite sure if this is the end of this game. The blue team is pretty far behind, 7 kills behind, and 2 turrets also behind, so definitely a good bit of gold, which as you can see here is 10,000 even, roughly 10,000 gold. Behind the purple team, of course, spread out between 5 champions. That might not be very much, but added up it is a nice bit of gold. So we do have a bit of jungle stealing here, and this is going to be not as much help as they would probably like it to be. I mean, this is a bit late to be counter jungling. They want to be pushing. I mean, they're in such a good position right now. They're ahead, they have more items, they have more damage. They want to be doing as much as they possibly could. Pronunciation's getting very bad here. too many words at the same time. Bottom turret is going to get pushed here. I do believe that they could possibly try to push this third as well, at least with... What the hell? Look at Lux here, she's like spazzing out. Reminds me of one of those like ragdoll things that you see like spazzing out the really fast music. Yeah, don't mind that. Amumu jumping in here, getting a bit of a damage in, and they focus Janna. I'm not quite sure if that's the best idea to focus the support under the turret. And look at that, Janna did get taken out, but it does look like there could be a bit of a trouble here. I mean, look at that, Ezreal did get lost in return for Janna. That is not a very good swap. I mean, it's alright, but it's not that ideal. But they are going to be losing more champions here right now. Purple team is going to be taking out more of the blue team, so of course blue team is going to be so far behind. They lost one champion for the price of 3. I mean, purple team lost one champion for the price of 3. They did also take that bottom turret, so very good. I do believe they got a bit lucky that they're so fed, really, because I mean, diving a turret like that and focusing the support. I mean, they threw Amumu ult as well as Lux ult and Ezreal ult straight onto the support, and I don't believe that was such a good engage. They should have probably jumped onto their AD carry Tristana straight away without hesitation. So definitely not the best of engages, but it did pay off because they were so fed. It does look like Janna just standing here. I'm not quite sure if this is because she gave up or she's just waiting for her team. Of course, being a support, she can't really do much by herself, so she's gonna want to you know, wait for everyone. Ezreal getting that blue buff. Let's see his stacks actually on Bloodthirster. He did die, so he lost half of his stacks. He's going to want to get those back as soon as possible. He's on 254. He's going to be able to get that up to about 273, I believe. And double ward, not a very good idea. Ooh, wards everywhere. The whole jungle here is warded by purple team and blue team. So Ezreal wanting to get a bit more farm right now. I'm not quite sure what maybe he's trying to taunt somebody or get a bit of a greedy engage, trying to just take out the AD carry. I'm not quite sure, but it does look like they might want to, somebody might want to try Baron here, but it's going to be of course very dangerous. There's wards everywhere, not a very good idea. So shut up, Lux. Oh my god, quite irritating there, but yeah, I'm just going to quickly fast forward until there's an engage or something, because of course they're being very passive. This is one of those tense moments where the next person to engage is going to be very I mean, the next team fight is going to pretty much decide the match. And it does look like Carta's going to get taken out here with Janna about to get taken out as well. Janna definitely getting killed. Ezreal picking up both those kills, so definitely a very good engage for them. Purple team is going to be free to do Baron right now. Lee Sin here not going to be able to do anything. So definitely a good engage for the purple team, being able to grab two people like that. They're going to be free to do Baron. It does look like Lee Sin is going to be doing something here. I'm not quite sure what. Oh, it does look like maybe perhaps he's going to try to steal that Baron buff. Nope. A bit late, Lee Sin. I'm sorry. Shen doing a bit of pushing up on top actually. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to get this turret down. Maybe do a bit of damage to it, but I don't believe he's going to be able to do enough. Because I mean, Ezreal is coming in here right now. Ezreal would probably pick off Shen over time, because I do believe he does have a slow from that Trinity Force. So ooh, Shen gonna be in a bit of trouble here. He's doing quite a lot of damage actually. He took that turret down to half health by himself. Not gonna get away though, definitely not. Bit of a waste of an ult there actually by Lux, probably trying to get a steal from Ezreal, saying, Ezreal, you are too damn fed, give me some kills. So look at that, Tristana does look like either she left or she got disconnected. I don't believe it matters really, because purple team has almost twice as many kills. They have five turrets more, so it does look like this game is going to be called soon, very soon. Either the purple team is going to end it, or it's going to be a surrender. So we're going to quickly see in here, purple team picking up another dragon. They're so far ahead right now, 42 to 59,000 gold. So there's a 17,000 gold difference right there between purple team and blue team. That is what, like 4 or 5 tier 3 items. That is a crazy amount of gold. There we go, one inhibitor down and 2 to go. You get the point. Another turret down and inhibitor down, and this is going to be it. I do believe that there's either going to be a surrender or there's going to be a pretty quick end here. Spoiler alert, purple team wins. Boom, Curtis goes down. As you can see, there's his roll right there, dead with his wall of pain up, or not wall of pain, I'm not quite sure what that skill is called. Defile, there we go. Just put that up. Ult, he didn't even ult. I believe he was too busy trying to get damage off onto full health champions. So, ooh, look at that, actually jumping into that. Not quite sure if they're going to pick off anyone. Maybe Janna if she gets a bit greedy. But Shen taking all those hits. Ooh, look at that, Lee Sin getting taken out on the fountain, doing so much damage to him that he couldn't even get healed up by the fountain. So there we go. Purple team is going to pick this fight up, and in perhaps 1 millisecond of this video is going to be a CD key for Diablo hidden. If you can spot it, it is yours. This is the trial key for Diablo up to the Skeleton King. Enjoy it. I hope somebody gets it. Please leave a comment if you got it below. I'm not going to tell where it is, so start looking through the video. Oh, and while I'm here, I guess I'll quickly mention that I hope you found that CD key, and do subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. I will try to be a bit more active in the near future, and this is a quick post I made on 9gag. Hope you like it. I just thought it was a bit funny because this absolutely is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, that's it. I'm Vaipo and I'm out. Do subscribe, share with people who might be interested in videos, and that's it. See you later.